Hello, my name is Sita, and my book chapter in Motivation and Emotion Improve Your Life is Failure and Happiness, What Do Happy People Do When They Fail? Failure and happiness are two terms derived from the circumstances and context provided by any given person. Failure and happiness affects everyone, regardless of age, gender, religion, nationality, or socioeconomic status. The impact on each individual, however, changes the understanding and meaning of the words failure and happiness. Feeling happy requires the individual to indulge in pleasant behaviour and to avoid unpleasant behaviour in the interest of the self. Happiness is not about eliminating bad moods, it's about the depth and deliberation it encompasses. Positive psychology shifts away from clinical practices to the creation of well-being and positive relationships. It provides an understanding of the underlying goals and direction used by an individual to achieve happiness. It builds upon people's strengths and key competencies. Martin Seligman created the PERMA model in 2011. Positive emotion, which accounts for any basic positive emotion needed in an individual's life. Engagement, when an individual engages in an activity, flow is experienced. Relationships, which is arguably the most important aspect of an individual's life. Meaning, which provides an initiative to seek a sense of belonging amongst others and perhaps a higher power. And accomplishments, the ability to master a task or skill, to achieve a set goal, and to become competitive when flourishing throughout activities. Optimism is a state that correlates with happiness. It is within human nature to think we are better than average in many aspects of life, including coaching, skills, and trustworthiness. Optimism can be innate within individuals, however, humans learn optimism through leading a happier lifestyle with a positive outlook on life. In this case, the glass is half full rather than half empty. There are two different types of failure which can be perceived by each individual differently. Outcome failure. This type of failure relates to the person who is only interested in the overall outcome of the core issue, and process failure. Although the task is complete, the individual may feel unsuccessful with their results. Overcoming failure requires an individual to not regret life events, to comprehend failure as bringing you wisdom, and to learn and grow from failure. Aspect directly linking to failure and happiness is education. Neil in 1921 devised a radical system to child-rearing that enabled students not to fear education. He believes that happiness grew from freedom and that happiness deprivation led to many different psychological disorders. As education flourishes, an individual's specific skill set is refined and their particular interest in a specific occupation is aroused. Occupation satisfaction is a personal measure that balances career choices and life. Working in general has created the stigma that the sole purpose of working is to receive an income to live comfortably. However, this unsatisfactory feeling takes a toll on an individual's physical and mental health, causing psychological problems such as anxiety or depression. The importance of family arises during childhood as a support group that creates happiness and love throughout life changes. Without signs of divorce or marriage failure, positive relationships with children enable the survival of the family connection in later years. Friendships require emotional awareness and applying various strengths to expand an individual's network of friends to allow them to feel a sense of belonging. They are highly emotional, complex, involving conflict, rejection, and failure. Aristotle distinguished between different types of friendships, explaining the principle of reciprocal altruism. As friendship flourishes, a desire for an intimate relationship increases. Researchers have discovered that an intimate relationship is what most people want to find in happiness. At the heart of intimacy are empathy, understanding, and compassion. These are feelings and emotions that are controlled by each specific individual. Having control over these emotions enables a proper understanding of how they are projected onto others. Leisure activities are an essential component of our lives. They grasp a sense of control, freedom, individuality, and personality. Leisure activity is time spent away from chores, regular routines, and occupations. Social leisure activities promote self-development, character development, identity development, as well as a sense of community. Leisure activities include hobbies, such as collecting items or developing skills in a particular area of interest, whereas recreational activities are done for enjoyment and pleasure. Helpful tips to avoid failure. Keep an open mind, become optimistic. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. Review what your failure has taught you for future direction. And accept mistakes as failure creates balance for personal growth and development. Thank you for watching my video on failure and happiness.